We are going to visit Jeff and his family. Jeff and his wife and 5 daughters live in the woods. I want to know why would they live in there. Many people believe that it's easy to live off-grid by yourself. Off-grid living with a family must be much more challenging.
Hello!
Hey!
Are you Jeff?
I am.
Whoa, nice to meet you.
Yeah, glad you could make it. I'm an electrical engineering technologist, and I've been living in the woods half my life.
I'm Rose, and I am mom. We have 5 girls. Our place out here is completely off-grid.
I think it's not that difficult to live in the rural side, but with 5 children, it is much difficult, is it?
I don't really think so. I mean, it's really like a state of mind. And if you're looking for a challenge and you want to do something different, then it's fine.
Sit at the table, okay?
While many parents in the city want their kids to study hard and get into a good school, Jeff and Rose choose not to send their kids to school. They seem to spend a fair bit of time eating.
I think we definitely both feel the same way about the kids and being out here. It's so much to learn just in everyday life.
Rose said, what the girls learned from life are practical living skills.
So Abby, mill this first one here.
"14-year-old Abigail and 17-year-old Sarah are milling the tree. They are learning from their father to build their own house.
And what is the whole log?
Like 12 something?
I think it's going to be hard because of that kink.
Gonna work. Oh.
'What will normal parents think of when they see them milling? When I saw this, I would wish my kid would learn the same skills when he grows up. But many parents would be more concerned for their children's safety. These parents don't seem to care. They must have very good medical insurance.
Easy.
Who will own the house after finish it?
It'll be ours together.
Oh, good. Do you enjoy living here?
Yes, lots.
You know, you are still young and you can do what a great job here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Actually, they're so independent.
Under the teaching of Jeff and Rose, every girl has their own talent. Sarah, the oldest, is good in woodwork. We had to edit out many bent nails and crooked saw cuts, but eventually we got enough footage for this scene. She also learns to keep bee and teaches her younger sister.
She's gone. Yes. Like to make new queens every year. We grafted some eggs into some queen cells in here, and we're checking if they had hatched yet. I learned from Sarah, but Sarah learned from, who'd you learn from? I learned from a couple of older beekeepers who are like very experienced. And I do have like bee books and stuff like that, and you do search on the internet, but like the best source usually is like people who know.
Is this weird? Sarah seems to know everything. She mills wood, builds houses, and keeps bees. That's weird, right? Is it just me? Or is this a little weird?
I probably have more life experience than some of my friends. It's hard to say, right? But I think where we live, life skills are very important. Like, you can't just get people to do stuff for you all the time. Like, if we wanted something, we would have to do it ourselves, pretty much.
This place is freaking rad. Horses? Are you kidding?
They even have baby dinosaurs.
Right from over here, he stuck his head through, but he didn't.
They have names. Bigger brown one there is Jimmy. And there's 2 twin girls. The one with short ears is Jamie, and the one with long ears is Joyce. Usually we take them out, let the babies out and eat a couple times a day. I enjoy taking them out and letting them eat because, well, first of all, they're fun to play with.
The kids love it out here. I mean, it's really one of the main reasons we're out here is so that the kids have some space to run, and they've got all sorts of ability to create and have their own fun and kind of learn about play and responsibility and work.
Although he helps the girls with school, Jeff really seems to struggle explaining math concepts to Sarah.
Can only be what? Why you would choose homeschooling to your kids?
Well, we chose homeschooling for some very practical reasons to start out with. One, where we live, it really takes a long time for the kids to get to schools. Other reasons would be to also teach our kids in a practical way at home. Flavor.
F-L-A-V-O-R.
Vacant.
4 and 6. Okay. So which 2 can add together to make +5?
Rose spends a fair bit of time teaching the younger girls. It seems like a sufficient education, but it is illegal in some countries. This is probably for the best. Studies have shown that love and encouragement received at home will not help children develop as those immersed in the gang mentality of state schools.
Homeschool is also seems very good to me, but I doubt that my son, it may be difficult to communicate with other kids since he teaches school. What do you think?
There is the stereotype out there that homeschooled kids are unsocialized.
Yeah.
And I think it's up to the parent to really make sure that that doesn't happen. We make a conscious effort to involve our kids with everything that we do.
Whether they are socialized or not, it's not simply depends on the education.
No.
Parents play an important role in this.
That's right. If you take one child and you put them in a classroom of 30 other children all in their same age, does that make them well socialized because they know how to communicate and how to deal with 30 other kids in their same age group?
Some people say the education system is problematic. Kids have to read too many books. There's no room to move around, and the mass of children actually develops poor social skills. I actually agree, and I would like to be homeschooled by Rose. Not Jeff, but Rose. I could be homeschooled by Rose all day long.
Remember when the kids were first young, and we didn't know anything, but all we knew,
How times have changed.
we just didn't feel right about like sending the kid to school. And there was some logistical challenges. It would have taken them like an hour plus on a bus. But also, it's like the kid's like 5. And this is a no judgment comment, okay? No judgment, parents, no judgment. But I will tell you, my heart was like, they're just too little to go away for 10 hours a day. And I went to a normal school,
And look how
and I survived, but for sure, you can't even argue this. You can't even, you can't argue that in the normal school, when you have so many kids and so few, like, parenting, there's teachers who are lovely people, but they're not parents, and there's only very few of them. The point is, in that system, you either bully or you were bullied. And people cope in different ways, and they like find a little group and they just, you know, like classify themselves.
Yeah.
And you know that is, you know, in your deepest place,
that's not right.
That's not right. So that's the way I felt. Turns out, teaching a kid what they actually need to learn in grade 1 takes about 5 minutes. It's not hard. Yeah. Even once they're in like grade 6, 7, it takes them like 2 hours a day.
Yeah.
2 hours. Which means all the other time they can just like run around. Or they can play. Or they can be productive. Or they can plant a garden. We're trying to raise like awesome people. So that they're awesome for, everything. You know, in relationships, and they're awesome for the community, and they're awesome for the country and for the world, right? And how many of those people who are awesome are you going to be like, how did you score on that grade 5 spelling test? So what's important? People who have interests, people who have motivation, people who are not scared to work, people who are kind. These are the things, there's probably more than 4. These are the things that are super important.
Yeah.
And if you want to focus on those things, like, don't get super hung up on the little school details.
The school system was set up so that you would be a good factory worker. You're trained to respond to a bell, you're trained to do your thing, and then you have a 15-minute break. That's your coffee break. And then a bell rings, back to work.
Is the government, I'm not anti-government, but is the government in a better position than you to do good things for your children? I don't really judge people like Dave does, and I'm not judging anything
except
at all.
Me.
I'm just saying that if you feel that same way, just do it.
Just do it.
I would like to live here. It is so beautiful. And the family of Jeff loves animals just like I do. They would never hurt an animal. So I'm not sure what the gun is for. I'm not sure where we're going, or why everyone is suddenly so serious. I never really trusted Jeff.
We're looking for a bear, and at this time of year, they love coming out into the fields and eating grass.
Is there any people disagree to hunting because they want to protect the animal? What do you think about it?
Most people that I've talked to, even if they choose to not hunt or even to not eat meat or to, like, I think they understand that out here there's plenty of animals. Like, it's very sustainable to hunt them. And so I can understand that in certain places the animals got to be protected, right? Yeah. And you can't hunt them, and certainly you don't want to hunt them for a bad reason, right? Just for trophies.
I am a vegetarian, so of course I have mixed feelings going to hunt with them. I don't like to kill animals, but on the other hand, I realize that this is how the family lives in nature.
Coming out over this whole set of fields. Can't smell us. You know, the thing is, for us the wind is good, right? But animals know that. They know that the wind is good for someone up here. That actually makes them a little bit nervous. You know what I mean?
Maybe my complex feelings about hunting has made their hunting trip unsuccessful.
Why would you go hunting with children? Do you think it's good to let them learn as early as they can?
I think what's really important, no matter where it comes from, they need to know the cost of their food. They know that an animal had to die, and they know that that's messy and it's hard work, and it, there was a cost to it.
Yeah,
and
it's not come easy.
And
right?
then you don't waste that. And so whether it's vegetables or whether it's meat, like to eat, it costs.
Yeah.
And I think for every kid, that's a really important lesson. Can do that professionally.
所以我明白
Jeff is always talking. I don't usually listen. I'm just happy to see the horses.
擁有嘅一切都唔係理所當然。每個選擇背
Is
後
he still talking? I just want some time alone with the horses.
Will you expect your daughter can live independently in the forest in the future?
Oh, I think so. You know, who knows what they'll do, but some of the girls have talked about even going further into the mountains. And it's not that they have all the skills already, right? And it's not that they have all the knowledge they need yet, but they do have just the confidence. The way we're raising the girls is not necessarily the way that everyone should do it, but we definitely feel like we're giving them an opportunity that very, very few people have. In life now, I think what's really beneficial is to have a unique perspective on life and to have a variety of different skills, both academic and just, you know, life skills. And so, yeah, I feel like we're doing the best thing for the girls.
從 Jeff 嘅身上
I thought maybe they would give me a
睇到
ride,
傳承香港生活，唔係教育生
or
存
maybe
技
lend
能，
me a horse.
而係成就屬於自己。
Yemen from Hong Kong.
From Hong Kong.
Yeah, and his whole team were terrific. And I appreciate the whole film aspect of it, right? So, of course, you can tell the amount of professional effort I put into, you know.
Certainly, I mean, certainly you
there's-
spared no expense with your on-screen talent.
Right, but there's like, what, 10, 12 people here right now.
Yeah.
Getting all these different film angles, making sure the audio sounds like a home video, but makeup. There's the director, director's assistant, the person that gets the director's assistant coffee. Boom, the grips, the lighting. Oh, the lighting. This couldn't just happen, this lighting right here. This has to be, you should see me without makeup and proper lighting. It is, I look a lot different.
You don't forget. You can't forget. You
Yeah.
try, but you don't forget.
Some of you will notice the spelling in that book.
I noticed.
Did you notice we were spelling American words? We spell some words differently.
Like, do you know that we spell our football league CFL?
And the problem in Canada is there's only like 5 of us. So no one's made a spelling book. Color. C-O-L-O-U-R. That's a shout out to our French heritage, by the way.
Mais oui.
Couleur. Hey, Canada, all those OUs, that's all from the French. English.
Anglais.
French.
Français.
Thank you.
Merci.
Merci.
Thank you.
Oui.
Non.
Yes.
Horse. Croissant.
Apple.
Pomme.
Potato.
Pomme de terre.
Potato.
Pomme de terre.
You're pretty good. Wow, that was all about school.
Wow.
Okay.
That just poured out of you.
Yeah, that was very natural.
I wanted to say, you've just been schooled. Homeschooled. But you'll have to figure out some way to fit that in.
Yeah. I know exactly what to do with that.